Motion made by Mr. Harris, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous?
Then a second motion, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I move to accept a parcel of land designated as map 53, parcel 115, off Duane Drive for general municipal purposes.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Harris, seconded by Mr. O'Leary. Discussion? Hearing? Yes.
Just like a discussion. If you recall, these parcels are behind Lindor Road.
Right. And we had talked about...
Right. And I'd like to find out what it would cost to divvy it up and what the cost associated that would be, and then offer it to the abutters for the cost of transferring the parcel. Because it isn't worth anything to anybody other than a direct abutter. And it certainly means more to those people than anybody else. And if we could find out what the cost would be incurred to subdivide it, and legal costs, subdivide it, and then just approach the abutters, put it out to bid, and maybe they're interested if it's reasonable enough to do. And again, for us, and maybe it's get into our policy again, so we'd have to waive the policy as far as the assessed value on this thing. But we could waive policy and just whatever the cost of transferring would be. I think it would be a reasonable approach with parcels such as this, and probably a few other ones we'll be talking about later on.
And it would put the property back on the tax.
Right now, it's not.
It's coming right off of it right now.
I guess,
Yes.
I'm not opposed to doing that, but I don't know why they would buy it when nobody can do nothing with it anyways.
I think some of the people there had expressed some interest, and maybe not all of the abutters, but some of the abutters, because they were concerned about someone on Duane Drive and encroaching a little bit more on them. And again, most of the parcels that are on Lindor Road, I think, are probably just quarter-acre lots. So, again, if it's reasonable
I'm not
enough,
opposed to it.
It is, I recall, it's pretty wet, right?
Just couldn't see paying for it. Nobody can do anything.
I think what Steve's saying, though, just the cost of the transfer of the property from the town to those abutters that have interest in some part of that parcel.
If
Essentially
you
nominal cost.
The only benefit of doing it is related to the fact that now it's part of someone's property and therefore is assessed for taxes.
Oh, I understand that, and that's why I say, why would they do it? They're gonna pay taxes on the land that they basically can't use, right? I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
I know, but
If
you
somebody's
never know what can be
interested in
done
it,
down the road, where if there's access to this, or we could get access to it, then,
Yeah.
who knows, it could be used for affordable housing down the road, because they're building on anywhere and everywhere these days, so.
It's a thought.
Technology is gonna allow housing to be built
Build house on stilts.
It's not another part of the
They
world.
do that.
They do
Yeah,
that
we
already, they just haven't done it here yet.
We have a
people
commercial
that
business
have
that did that.
That's right.
Okay,
So maybe-
on the motion, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous. Okay, next item, it's gonna take a little bit of time. Our annual review of town overview. We'll start off with Mr. Veliconis.
You received a summary sheet consisting of 6 pages in your packet. It shows the various pieces of property that the town does own. We've identified them by map, parcel, square footage, and then sent out a notice to all the town boards and committees as required as part of your policy to see whether they would have interest in this property for any support of their department's function. And you can see number of departments, specifically the Conservation Commission and the Housing Partnership have indicated interest in a number of parcels. The purpose of this exercise is to determine whether you wish to grant any of these properties over to those departments. I think when we went through this a year ago, the Housing Authority had indicated an interest in the properties off Chestnut Street, so it is a productive exercise. The other thing that you may want to consider is whether the board wishes to offer any of these parcels up for sale. And as you go through the list, it might be important to know that we've received letters indicating an interest in 7 parcels. And we'll identify what those are so that we can at least have an idea of what those are. On the first page, it would be map 8, parcel 18, Algonquin Road. Map 8, parcel 19, Algonquin Road. On page 3, map 14, parcel 119, Main Street. Map 14, parcel 140, Main Street. And map 14, parcel 141, Main Street. Despite the numbering, they're all contiguous to each other.
Even
119, 140,
Yes.
141, all
Yes,
contiguous.
they are.
Do you have the maps on those?
I do. As a matter of fact, I didn't actually, I didn't make copies of all of the maps, but I'd be happy to pass them around and have you take a look at them.
Is that it, or?
Well, there's a few more.
Why don't we
Go through the list.
mark them first?
Page 5. Map 43, parcel 53, Juniper Road. And also on page 5, map 60, lot 42, Bruce Lane. Send around the maps that I have that show you these parcels.
Does that conclude the list?
It does. First one that's going around is the piece of property identified as Algonquin, the first two pieces.
The letters of interest, is that
Yes, actually, the letters of interest, I thought they were from the same person.
couple of neighbors, I think, except
Same,
Eller?
same last name, Intervalia, 93 Burrows Road. Intravia.
Burrows Road, it's not even contiguous.
Second is the parcels on Main Street.
Two of them appear to be frontage on Route 28.
Yes, that's a joke, Sean.
Joke as well, but
I don't know why those are separate parcels. It's very interesting that how that came about.
The, two lots on Algonquin,
Yes, sir.
the individuals that are interested, do they have an adjoining lot?
On Burrows Road, I think.
Burrows Road, so it's not, unless they own some contiguous property.
Apparently this has to do with access to and from the driveway, 93 Burrows Road. So the person wishes to acquire it for the purposes of improving access to his property.
If Burrows Road isn't anywhere close to
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't make sense.
Can we tell you, that you happy to review the letters?
Yep.
Next set of maps coming through are for the property on Juniper.
This is the one. Yeah, I don't know which from, I just from,
It's one you got, it's actually at the end of School Hill Lane.
School Hill Lane.
Russ Lane.
this is from this guy. I don't know. course.
What we do is we gather these requests up over the course of the year. Depending upon whether it's in the newspaper or not, they all come in at once, so. There probably will be at least a letter or a couple of letters that will come from this meeting once it gets reported and get back to you. Generate some interest.
The people interested in the lot. We live at 1 Lee Road. Which lot is there, 60 or 61?
This is
Lee
the
Road?
Algonquin.
I think it's, I believe it's 61.
Mhm.
Steve, on Lee Road, it's parcel 61, that's 1 Lee Road, isn't it?
It's the last house on the left before you get to the
Yeah.
middle school field, right at the end of School Hill Way.
Alright, so it's at,
Yeah.
yeah. Alright.
Yes, this one
Right.
here. Yeah, there's a little walkway here to
Yeah.
get to School Hill. Right.
You wanna see that?
That's, West Lane, that's,
This isn't this Burrows Road. It's not related to that one. This is, it's the wrong map.
you think they pulled up along there?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
See what it is?
Yeah.
They own this one.
Yep.
They're looking for this one. He lives here. This is Burrows Road. This is Audubon, Parkview.
Yep.
Yeah, they can swap this for this.
Yep.
Which has nothing to do with that. I think the Algonquin Road,
The coloring looks like it's in the wrong place.
no, this is a different part of the Mountains Pond area. So this is the Algonquin Road. There might be another letter of request somewhere. I think it's Mr. Ellert and his neighbor were looking to buy the two parcels and between themselves and then divide it up between the two properties. If I recall correctly, petitioned the board previously. I don't know why we didn't take any action on it. I forget. It might have been that policy as far as assessed value to, made it cost prohibitive. This is a different request.
Well, which,
That's the Burrows Road.
This is the actual Burrows Road.
That's the
one.
actual Burrows Road, which is a different set of parcels, so that's.
And that's on this one.
What map?
so we got the letter mixed up with the,
This is map, sorry, see, one second, I shouldn't be grabbing it.
No, it's fine.
Map 8. Map 8. So,
Parcel 195.
well, he's actually, looking for, looking
195, right here.
for 195,
Yeah.
195.
Here's this one,
Is that two parcels, or is that one?
It's just a crazy shape, I think. It looks like there's a line there, but
Yeah,
it
it
looks like.
does.
So I think parcel, yeah, 8195.
Yeah, there
That's
could be
another one.
something on
That's this
that.
one.
oh, that may be.
That's gonna be, what he's looking to do is swap.
Right.
It says adjacent. so
He owns
it's
102.
Right.
So we got on that one.
Proposed land swap.
Right.
And supposedly someone had an interest in this.
He wants to change
Yeah.
that land for that land.
Yeah,
It's parcel 8.
This is dry.
He wants to
That's,
change it?
Yeah, it's map 8,
Wanna
parcel
swap.
195, so he wants to swap. He owns this one, he wants to switch for that one, that's right.
Yeah.
He owns 102, wants to switch for 195, that's what Steve said.
And apparently he has some support from conservation and DPW or somebody saying it might make some sense.
It's a big piece of
This is the one out by the Joker's Well on Main Street.
Is that the empty one?
No,
On the other side?
the one right on the corner of Pally Road is owned by someone else.
Really?
Yeah,
Right.
That was,
Jerry, right? Jerry.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.